Good morning, everyone. Welcome. What an exciting day we have today. I am just so excited. For those of you who don't know me, I am Ellen Censke, President and CEO of the Milwaukee Public Museum. And I want to thank you all for joining us as we celebrate an important milestone in ensuring the future of this institution for next generations of families and school children and lifelong learners of all ages. Today, we will be unveiling the architectural design of our future museum building. This building will stand proudly as a new gateway into downtown Milwaukee and as an iconic landmark for the Haymarket neighborhood. But this project is so much more than just a building. It's about the generational impact that we can make together for Milwaukee, for Wisconsin, and frankly, for the world. This is the largest cultural project in the state's history. In fact, we estimate that in its first decade, the new museum will welcome more than 5.5 million visitors, including 1.5 million school children, from around this city, from this county, from the state, from our region, and even from across the world. Each one of these visitors will be challenged to think about the world we live in a different way, to think about the relationship and interconnectedness of humans and our natural world, and how sustaining our planet's biodiversity helps to sustain us. To think about how our natural environments have shaped our diverse cultures and the value of preserving and understanding and honoring our cultural diversity here and around the world. From cultural objects to one-of-a-kind specimens, MPM has been preserving and sharing the natural and cultural history of this state, of Milwaukee, and our world for 140 years. The 4 million objects and specimens in the collections represent a library of life of this planet. They come from every county in Wisconsin, from states across this country, from countries around the world, and even a few of them come from deep in our universe. However, the future of these vital collections and this critical civic organization has been at grave risk due to the conditions of the building that we're in. Yet, when your state motto is forward, there is little choice but to focus on the opportunities ahead. And true to our state motto, the challenges we faced have been met with determination on the part of state and county leadership, our philanthropic community, and our dedicated staff and volunteers. Together, we have forged a path forward, which brings us to this point today, at a critical moment on our journey towards a sustainable future for this institution. This would not have been possible without incredible leadership from the public officials on both sides of the aisle. And today, I'd like to welcome and ask you to help me thank several of the officials who are making this project happen. So we have several public officials here today, and I'm going to call out your names, and I would like you to stand so that we can thank you and recognize you. Regional Representative was from Wisconsin, Senator Tammy Baldwin, Rebecca Beretta. Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources Secretary Preston Cole. Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources Secretary for Southeastern Wisconsin, Mike Thompson. Wisconsin Department of Administration Secretary Designee, Kathy Blumenfeld. Milwaukee County Supervisor Peter Bergelis. Milwaukee County Supervisor Stephen Taylor. And Milwaukee County Supervisor Kathleen Vincent. And City of Milwaukee Commissioner of City Development, Lafayette Crump. Now, did I miss anybody who maybe snuck in and I didn't see them? Well, I would like you to again join me in thanking all of these individuals for their great work in helping to make this project possible. And now it is my honor to ask the Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources Secretary Preston Cole to come up and say a few words.
Good morning, Milwaukee. How are you this morning? Awesome. So, this is my hometown, and so I commute to Madison regularly. And the things that we'll be discussing today, the ebb and flow and the essence of why we're here is that nature gap in children. So if you read any of the books about, the last child in the woods, what it ultimately means is that gap of nature-based education is pivotal to who we are as individuals. It's pivotal for us as humans. You remember when you were young kids, you put the colored leaves and wax paper, the tables for children, those touch tables, and tadpoles. Tadpoles. The wonder of it all begins to strike that essence of curiosity. The essence of there's something different here. And that's the spark that MPM has hit out of the park. I cannot be any more prouder to be part of this organization, part of the help, the lift, bringing to the table, on behalf of Tony Evers, $40 million in the biennial budget that started that fundraising. That fundraising. And quite frankly, that fundraising is beginning in essence. But remember, folks, why we're here are for those who have yet to be born and being able to touch them in ways that we haven't seen before. We broke every record during the pandemic of getting people into the outdoors. 4.4 million people entered our park system. 15 state forests were flooded with people. 49 state trails flooded with people. They went to the outdoors, and it hasn't stopped. But the essence of all of that is there's a value-added proposition for people who travel to the state of Wisconsin to see what we have here. We have something very special here. 84,000 miles of rivers and streams in the state of Wisconsin. Remember, Wisconsin is an island. Lake Michigan on one side and the Mississippi River on the other. But the essence of all of that is about the people who live here. We know that being in the outdoors slows us down. We know that being in the outdoors makes us care about the environment in a way that transmits to, if I'm going to be an elected official in the future, a CEO, a business operator, you now know that if you have that innate ability to understand the value-added proposition of clean water and clean air, and as you know, this governor stuck his stake in the ground on day one. Clean air and clean water is something that we will not leave behind in terms of the state of Wisconsin. And what that means for us is that our economy thrives. Our economy thrives because people will show up here because of clean water, clean air, and the economy associated with that. An $18 billion outdoor economy. Thrust by the folks in this room. Thrust by young children who call this place home. And so, folks, I'm here to share with you the essence of what you believe I get to do. I get to expose children and people all over the state of Wisconsin to the natural resources that a legacy of people before us have put the foundation in place. my responsibility is to make sure that it's here for future generations. Now, having said that, NPM, once again, has hit it out of the park. So for the board, Katie, congratulations. I cannot tell you how extraordinarily happy the governor and I am about the investments that we've made in doubling down on outdoor education, nature-based education, and what that means for us as a community. From research projects and collections, management missions that you do in collaboration with the department. We traveled all over the state with their teams, looking at sites, and being able to accommodate facilities, natural resource-based education facilities, so that they can be incorporated into this new building. And that's what we do. We partner with those who want to partner with us. We help create those visions, and with that, we are extraordinarily excited. With that, folks, I bid you great luck. Call me when it's time to throw that first shovel, right? I'm sure the governor will want to be here as well. Thank you so much for having me. The DNR stands with NPM. We stand with the folks that are in this room. Call me if you need me. Preston.Cole@wisconsin.gov. I'm here to serve. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Secretary Cole, and the state of Wisconsin for their commitment to this project. You all know that we would not be here today without decades of partnership with Milwaukee County and their recent bold investment in the museum's future. So please join me in welcoming on video our county executive, David Crawley.
Good morning, and what an exciting way to kick off the week. Today marks yet another important milestone in this incredibly important project. The Milwaukee Public Museum has been serving generations of students and visitors for 140 years. And by coming together now, we can ensure that this important institution serves our community for at least that many years in the future. The museum's diverse visitorship is a point of pride for Milwaukee. It is a place where families of all backgrounds and school children, not just from Milwaukee County, but 43 other counties across the state, come together and learn about our natural and cultural history, our present, and our future. And at the heart of all of this learning is the 4 million objects and specimens in Milwaukee County's collection. Now, as county executive, I was proud to sign into law the county's commitment of $45 million to support the construction of a new museum to house and care for the county's collection. And I'm proud that the museum has committed to significant goals for diversity, for equity, inclusion, and accessibility on this project, advancing the county's goals for racial equity. Now, I wish I were able to join you in person for this momentous announcement. And I'm really excited about the design of the building, which I know you are all anxiously awaiting. Congratulations to Milwaukee Public Museum for your continued success and on this incredible design. And thank you to all of you present today who have already supported the project. Now let's get this museum built.
And finally, the City of Milwaukee is also a partner in bringing this project to life. And so I'd like to welcome to the stage Lafayette Crump, who is the Commissioner of the Department of City Development. Sorry.
It's usually Lafayette's the tough part to pronounce. I got to say, it's, I'm here to talk about the museum, right? But I look up there and I saw David Crawley's, all his Star Wars stuff up there. I visit the mayor's office quite regularly, and I see his Batmobile, and I just want to thank them both for making the world safe for young-ish black nerds, you know what I mean? So, Good morning, and it is such an exciting day for the city of Milwaukee. And on behalf of Mayor Cavalier Johnson, I want to thank all of you for your support of this project. This is such a tremendous and exciting project for the city of Milwaukee. I am Lafayette Crump, Commissioner of City Development for the city of Milwaukee. And like Mayor Johnson, I really believe in the power of partnerships, and that is certainly on full display here today. I want to thank DNR Secretary Preston Cole, County Executive David Crawley for their leadership. Thank as well, certainly, Governor Evers, Secretary Blumenfeld for their support of this project as well. And thank you to Ellen, to Katie, to the entire Milwaukee Public Museum team for moving this catalytic development